I've been waiting all morning. My grade is changing.
Oh, sorry. I'll get to it sometime. We'll figure it out.
Can we have like a really quick lesson today? There's only 3 of us.
Okay, take out 3.5 from Thursday and Friday last week, please. Take out 3.5. The answers are up on the smart board. The first part of 3.5 was 6 through 11 and 37 through 43. Please check your answers. Yeah, we're going to be out of school here pretty quick anyway, so it don't matter. They're going to shut down everything. I don't know. The school is really, really, really trying hard to hold on. But if you guys can't keep yourselves away from people when you're not in school and you can't socially distance. I mean, the close contacts we have half of them aren't from being in school. They're from being with your friends. Because in reality, if Cody's in class and tests positive, you guys aren't close contacts. And if he wears his mask correctly in all of his classes, nobody in any of his classes are close contacts. Cody just goes home. He doesn't feel good. He stays home. If he gets tested and he tests positive, whatever, he stays home. And when he feels better, he comes back to school. Nobody's a close contact. It's only Cody. However, if Cody goes in his car and rides with 7 people to lunch and sits in a car for 30 minutes with 7 people without masks on, now Cody tests positive. Now Cody has 6 close contacts. Right. Then don't get tested.
I would never get tested. I would never get tested either. If I got tested, I'd probably test positive.
That's what I'm saying, though. Then what you do is you stay home until you feel better and you don't come to school, or you don't get into close contacts with somebody. That's the problem, is people are testing randomly just because they want to, and then they come up with a positive test, and then everybody has all their close contacts are, good to go. Here's 10 and 11. So what I'm trying to say is the school itself is not causing a bunch of COVID-related quarantine, because in reality, we're all wearing our masks, hopefully. We're all 6 feet apart if we can be. For example, this class and that type of stuff. But it's the stuff that goes on after school, at lunch, and of course, when you're hanging out with your friends on the weekends and stuff. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying people aren't. They're going to Walmart, they're going to the grocery store, they're going to the bar, they're going to wherever. And some of that is non-masked stuff. You're going to eat. You might be able to they might be able to give you a ticket, maybe. I would say that'd be mainly for not wearing a mask, probably. Then.
Okay, but let's be real. How many tickets would they be giving out if a lot? A lot to kids.
Yeah,
no,
you just
not even to kids, to adults that are very Republican.
You just gotta wear your mask. Here's 37 through 40. I think it was 37 through 43. Yep. Here's 37, 38, 39. And then here's 40, 41, 42, and 43. I'm just saying we just have to wear our masks, use the hand sanitizer, wash our hands, wash our desks.
Okay, well,
We have to do all of that in order to keep ourselves in school. And that's a must. We need to stay in school. Can't go home. Right, Cody? It doesn't work when you go home, does it? Nope. And it's not really any better to send all of us home, because what happens when we all go home? We do things, we hang out with our friends. We're not going to stay at home Monday through Friday. It's not going to happen. You're going to end up being at a friend's house for weeks and weeks hanging out, and then
I just move in with my friends.
That's why we're not doing that. That's why it's not supposed to be done like that. All right, here is Friday's assignment. This was 15. Oh, sorry, we got to go back a little bit here. 12 through 15, sorry. Here's 12 through 15. This is Friday's assignment. Good there? All right, now we have 18 through 21. There we go. There's 18. I'll show you 20 in a sec here. There's 18, 19, and 21. And I'll show you 20 in a second here. And here's 20. And then here's 23 through 29.
Okay, what's that fruit called that we got for a snack in third grade, and it was the shape of a star? Yeah, but where do you buy it? I miss that stuff.
Was it an actual fruit?
Yes. It was so good.
I've never heard of it. All right, here's 31 and 30, or just 31. Sorry, we went 31, then 33, but there's 31. And then here is 33 and 35. There's 33.
Like these.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can probably find them on Amazon.
And then there's 35 and 36. I think we did to do both of those. So there's 35 and 36.
Who buys fruit on Amazon?
I don't think I would.
I don't buy fruit on Amazon.
I think I would steer clear of that. Plus, I'm sure it'd be super expensive to ship to you. And
might have it. Oh yeah, 3 pounds of star fruit on Amazon is $40.01.
Oh my goodness! Holy smokes! It's a lot of money.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good to go?
I would just be dumb.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at what we are going to do today. We have Informal Geometry 3.6. One, two. Okay, 3.56. Sorry, 3.6. All right, turn your books to page 144, please. 144. Do you guys have construction tools? Do you have compasses and rulers?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my,
Can you go get them if you have them in your locker? You need a compass and a ruler.
I do not have a compass.
Okay.
Yeah, we have compasses. We have rulers.
You guys don't have compasses?
I only got the protractor. I don't know where my ruler went.
You have a compass. You don't have a compass? Okay.
None of us have.
Cody does for some reason. You silly girls don't.
We never told you get one. Yeah.
What's that?
We were never told to get one.
No, I gave them to you, but I may have not given them to you. Does everybody have a compass and a ruler now?
How the heck does this even work?
Does everybody have a compass and a ruler now?
Yes. I think it's to draw circles.
Pull it apart. Put the point in. No, you put the point in and spin the pencil around the point. Like this. Put the point in the paper and spin it like that. Don't spin. She was going like this. Show her a better way to do that. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. The ruler. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to construct a line that passes through point P and is parallel to the line L. So we're essentially going to do example 1 there. We're going to construct a line. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is on your, I'll get you a blank sheet of paper. We'll get you a nice printer paper. So first thing I want you to do is take your straight edge and draw a line across your paper or on your paper like this. Label that line L. Then what I want you to do is put a point above that line somewhere, doesn't really matter where, and call that point P. Call that P. Then what we're going to do is we're going to construct a line that's perpendicular to it. Right now we're constructing a parallel line, but the first thing we're going to do is construct a perpendicular line, because if we get two perpendiculars, we'll create a parallel. So the first thing I want you to do is open up your compass.
Why is this called a compass?
I am not sure. I'll look it up. What you first want to do is we are first going to create an arc from P, okay? So what I want you to do is to construct perpendicular lines. So we're going to make an arc from P that goes through L twice. So you're going to put, mine looks different than yours, but you're going to put your point, the sharp end, on P, and you're going to open it up just a little bit past L, and you're going to make your arc. Okay? Like that. So just open it up just a little bit past the line and just make an arc that goes through. Get it to touch that line. Make sure it touches the line or intersects the line twice. Okay? Now you're going to take your compass, you're going to open it just a little bit wider than you had it. And you're going to go to the two places it crosses this line. You're going to go just a little bit wider. Okay? And you're going to make an arc down here from this point. Make an arc. And then you're going to go to your other point and make an arc with the same width, just a little wider than the first one you made. So the first arc you made from P down here, open it up just a little bit wider. Put your point here, make an arc. Put your point here and make an arc. And make sure they cross, of course, like mine. Then you can put a little point there where they cross too, a little dot. Then what I want you to do is take your straight edge and draw a line through P, through the point where your arcs intersect, the two that are below. There you go. Make it nice and long. Make sure it goes through P a little ways, because we're going to make another line that's perpendicular to that one. Everybody with me? Good. With me? Okay. No?
Somewhat.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is open up a little wider. Okay, now you're going to go from this point here, where it crosses here and where it crosses here. And you're going to make a little arc down here. And you're going to make a little arc down there. Where they cross there, then you're going to take your ruler and draw a line through that point and that point. And try to make it go above P a little ways, a little higher than P, okay? So it looks similar to mine, Jersey. Okay. Everybody there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line, or construct, sorry, a line that goes through P this way, that is perpendicular to this line. Because now we know if it's perpendicular here and then we draw another perpendicular, it should be parallel to L. So that's how we're going to construct our parallel line. So here, again, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to P and we're going to draw an arc that goes through the line that was created. So I need an arc like that. Put your point here and your pencil here and draw an arc. Don't draw it too big, just draw it whatever. Okay, so you're going to put your point on P and you're going to draw your arc. Make sure it touches both edges of the line, okay, both sides of the line. Okay, good. Now what I want you to do is we're going to do the same thing we did last time. You're going to open your compass just a little bit wider than you had it. And you're going to go to this point right here. and this point right here and put your point of your compass there. You're going to open it just a little bit wider. And now you're going to make an arc here and an arc here. And you're going to get those arcs to cross somewhere. Right outside of that bubble, because they should be a little bit wider. Got her? Or I mean, getting there? No, not in this minute.
I don't like this.
No. You got to go from this point and this point to make your arcs up there. So now, yep, but just make an arc out here. You don't have to make it up here. We need this line to go perpendicular. So the first thing you need to do is go from this point. Those are our 2 points. And you're going to make those just a little bit wider. Now we're going to go from those 2 points. Okay.
I've decided that compass works better if you spin your paper instead.
Spin your paper? Yeah, that probably does work better. Those compasses are a little cheap. So, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to draw. Did you get yours?
Yeah.
Did you make an arc from here and here?
Yes.
Okay. Now I was actually talking to Cody, but thank you for
Okay.
thank you for doing what your best there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw. Mine doesn't look very good. What did I do?
Mine looks like yours, so.
Well, but mine, I don't know what's wrong with mine. Let's just go like this. Which one did I do there? Why is it so far off? Just doesn't fit. The line's gonna, it should be perpendicular, it should be parallel to L. Yeah, it should be fine. Looks pretty good. Okay, that's a lot better. Sorry. Sometimes you just got to work with it a little bit, I guess. Then now we're going to put a point here, and we're going to take our straight edge and draw a line through P, through this other point, and then that line now should be parallel to line L. Line's a little bit curvy, but that's okay. It's up to them. So now we've constructed parallel lines using 2 sets of perpendicular lines. In other words, we constructed a perpendicular line to L, and we constructed a perpendicular line to that line that we did to L, so that should be parallel lines, okay? So if you look up here, this is essentially going to go through that. Construct the line perpendicular, that's what we did first, then construct a line perpendicular to that line K through P, and label that line J. So now J should be parallel to line L.
I did a pretty good job.
Okay, now what I want you to do is do that again, do your own. I want you to draw a line C and point A not on that line. So draw a line with your ruler and put a point A above that line, not on it, and then construct a line D that passes through point A and is parallel to line C. So essentially do the same thing on your own and I can help you. So either go down on the paper or flip your paper over. Now draw a line with your ruler, label it C.
And a point A.
And a point A. Yep, just point A above the line. And then you're going to construct a perpendicular line to C through A. So first go to A with your compass. Then you're going to go put your point, your sharp end of your compass on point A and make an arc that goes through both sides of line C. You don't have to make the whole loop. There you go. Then when you're done with that, then you're going to open your compass just a little bit further than you had it. So remember when we go here, okay, now we're a little bit further, right? Then go from your 2 points on your line, open your compass a little further. If you're having trouble, look at page 143. It gives you the instructions. You guys were supposed to do this after your quiz the other day. I'm guessing none of you did, but you were supposed to do it after your quiz the other day. Yeah.
It's because it was complicated.
So there are lots of things.
Okay, well,
Especially when like you're refusing to use the hand sanitizer because it smells different.
it's not that it smells different. It's like makes me want to puke every time I try to use it.
Well,
It's
I
really
guess you should figure out a different way.
There's hand sanitizer in my car. You know,
That's
I just put the
now the
punch-
same thing, except for you can spin the paper. And now you can make your arc like this. It's just a little bit different. This one's on the line. So I would make it a little bit smaller, maybe. That's probably okay. As long as it touches up here. And all you need is really like a little arc here. So just make a little arc. That's good. Then spin it around over here. There you go. Make a little arc there. There you go. And then now you're going to open it up a little bit wider. And then you're going to put your point there and your point there and make 2 arcs right there. How's it coming?
I just did this.
Now you make that the arc that goes like that touches both this. You don't have to make a full arc if you don't want to. You know, just make an arc here and arc here, then open it comes a little wider and make your arcs up there. How's it coming over here? You were doing really well the first part. How's it coming after that? Okay. Good. Looks pretty good. A little wider. No,
I made
no.
parallel lines.
You're gonna go from.
Good job.
Oh, are you trying to do it again? You're just going a little wider. Remember? There. Okay, looks pretty good. You guys all look like you did pretty well there. Now let's look at example 2. We got a couple of postulates to look at and a couple of theorems to look at before we get there, but we'll look at example 2. So the first 2 postulates postulate 10. Postulate 10 states, or it is called the parallel postulate. If there is a line and a point not on the line, then there is exactly one line through the point that is parallel. Whoops. Parallel postulate says if there's a line and a point not on the line, then there's exactly one line through that point that is parallel to that line. Okay, so you guys kind of constructed that. There's one line that'd be parallel to the original line through that point. Postulate 11. This one is the perpendicular postulate. This one states if there is a line and a point not on the line, then there is exactly one line through the point that is, oh wait. There's a line and a point, not a line. There's exactly one line through the point that perpendicular, sorry. Perpendicular to the line. So same type of deal. Postulate 11 states if you have a line and a point not on the line, then there's exactly one line through the point perpendicular to the line. Same thing we pretty much did. We did perpendicular lines there. We have theorem 3.11. That theorem says if 2 lines are parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. So if I said line M is parallel to line S, and line T is also parallel to line S, then line M and T have to be parallel to each other. Okay? And then we have theorem 3.12. And that one says, in a plane, if two lines are perpendicular to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. So if you have two lines like this, and they are both perpendicular to that same line, let's call those lines M and N, and they're both perpendicular to line P, then M and N have to be parallel to each other. If they both create 90-degree angles there, then they have to be parallel to each other. M and N would have to be parallel. Questions? All right, let's look at example 2. Using properties of parallel lines. Ladders were used to move from level to level off. Ladders are used to move from level to level of cliff dwellings. Each rung on the ladder is parallel to the rung immediately below it. Explain why L would be parallel to P. Explain why L would be parallel to P. And if you look at the picture in your book, it's showing those ladders. Why would L be parallel to P? Because of theorem 3.11. 3.11 says that L would be parallel to M, M would be parallel to N, and N would be parallel to P. So P would have to be parallel to every other one there also. You're given that L and M are parallel, M and N are parallel. By theorem 3.1, L is parallel to N. And since L is parallel to N and N is parallel to P, it follows that L is parallel to N. So if those are all parallel, we can keep running that theorem 3.11 down and say that they're parallel to each other. Questions there? Okay, that's all I have for today. The rest of the time is for you to work on your assignment. Your assignment is 4 through 14, 22 through 24, and 37 through 42. Some of those are construction problems, I believe. 22 through 24, I think is, yep. You're constructing perpendicular lines. And if you need help with perpendicular lines, they're on page 143. Again, they're the ones that you did after the quiz. So if you've already done those,